was 15 or 14. He was 16, something like that. And he used to be like, yo, you got to flow like this. You got to rap like that. Like, he was one of my mentors. So it was amazing having Cap work on the. He also worked on the Afterlife as well with the Joker. Yeah.
Hate Speech.
Yeah, Hate Speech. That one, Teddy Rockspin, and a lot of people helped on that one. There's a lot of music minds behind that one. We had horn sections. We had Snipe Young and Green and C. Lance, and we just kind of, that one was a fun one. We were just trying, I was trying to, pull some strings and on some Ice-T shit, freedom of speech, just watch what you say, so, yeah.
Living Through a Screen, Everything's a Lie. Kick Drums also produced that.
No, that was produced by Hugo.
Hugo?
Kick Drums is featured on it. He's the chorus. He's singing the chorus.
Okay.
Kick Drums singing the chorus. No, there's a group called Caravan Palace. I'm not sure if you're familiar with them. Are you familiar with them?
No.
Yeah, I wasn't familiar with them too much either. But Caravan Palace, if you Google them on YouTube, their videos got like 200 million views, 80 million views, 50 million views. Like, our views pale in comparison to these motherfuckers. They're from France. So Marcello Popini from the Popini sisters in England, she said, oh, my guy Hugo, so we started working on stuff with Hugo. And when I was working on my album, we brought Hugo in. I originally had another sample for that song, and we had trouble clearing the sample. So Hugo got his boys in there, and we played all the music on it. And Shroom is the drums are Shroom. The drum track is Shroom, and Hugo produced all the music all around it. So, and out of all the songs on the album, that's the song I struggled with the most. It was the one that took the longest because, like I said, the original sample we had a whole another hook to it, which was phenomenal. DV alias Christ, who's tremendous on the hooks, he did the original hook on that too. But what happened was when we changed the sample, the hook didn't work anymore. All the flavor of the hook just sounded like, this ain't gonna work as a record. So the kick drums came in, and we just reinvented the whole song. And with the kick drum hook. And originally I was trying to get a Rag and Bone Man for that chorus. I was that kid from the UK, Rag and Bone Man?
I've heard, yeah.
Yeah. And he was like, yo, this shit sounds dope. Like, I'm going to drop something to it. But then, people have schedules and lives, and not everything happens, so that didn't happen. But I'm glad it didn't, because I really love the song. Like, it wouldn't be the song it is if it was another artist on it. So if me and Rags ever do something, it'll be another joint, so yeah.
Contradictionary, another cut produced by Mr. Green.
Yeah, and that's Locksmith on the chorus.
Locksmith from Cali,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he's one of the best rappers in the world. And I don't credit him as featured, but he's in the credits, like, chorus by Locksmith. But the reason I didn't credit him as featured on it is because he's known for these incredibly lyrical verses. And I thought if I dropped the list of features, just featuring Locksmith and then it's him doing a chorus, I felt like the fans would feel cheated. So I was like, nah, just put in the credits that's him on the chorus. And Jesus, yo. Jesus, yo.
It's all good. Family life.
Quarantine life, yeah. So I forgot to train it. What was you even talking about, yo?
Mr. Green, Contradictionary.
Oh, yeah. So that was actually a song I started a while ago with Marco Polo. And Marco Polo did a outstanding beat for it. But then when I was putting this album to bed, I kind of was like, you know what? This song sounds dated, because it was old, It was like a song I started years ago. And then I was like, you know what? Just reflip this concept and rewrite it, Just rewrite the concept's dope still, And some of the lyrics are still dope, but like just rewrite it and make it more, even better. So we reflipped it, and I went to Green's house, and Green put the snare and the kick on it, and he produced the shit out of that one. And then the scratches, LD on the cut, he does so many scratches on my work. I mean, he did so many of the dopest scratches on my songs. His name's LD on the cut, and he put the scratches in, and then Redeem again. Ding, 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 he put the horns on it, like really dope little records, man.
I'm really excited also about the Slayers Club. How'd you pick the MCs, Ice-T, Brand Nubian, Vinny, to get on this track?
Well, Vinny was obvious because I wanted the fight anthem. So, you know, when Vinny, as soon as Vinny talks, you want to punch someone in the face. You know, Vinny Paz be like, it's official. Oh, bah, you just want to fight. Vinny Paz got the voice where when he talks, you want to smack the fuck out of people. So that was Paz. And then, you know, Chris Rivers, he's not known for just smacking and fighting, but I knew he could be. I was like, yo, he's such an aggressive force. And he came to one of my shows and got on stage and rocked and killed it. And I was like, so I wanted to give him a little platform on there, and I wanted to, you know, have him on there. So I said, yo, just write a super violent beat stomp verse. Give me 8 bars of that shit, you know? And then obviously Onyx, if you're going to do a fight anthem. MOP is the masters of fight anthems, and Ice-T is the godfather with Schoolie Schoolie D, the godfather of gangster rap, you know, and Just Ice. Those guys started it. You know, those are the originals. So if you're going to do a fight anthem, get one of the first murdering ass gangster rappers in history, you know? So, yeah.
So definitely a big salute to you, because I feel like the Art of the Posse track has been gone for a while. So it's awesome to see you bring that whole concept back.
Yeah, you know, I'm a hip hop historian and preservation type. You know, like I don't want to repeat the past, but I want to take what I've learned from the culture and roll with that. You know, we put, like I said, we put it on steroids, give it a 2020. But you know, there's elements that were beautiful, that were amazing, that you could keep moving forward rather than forgetting that it existed, you know?
We got about 14 minutes before we get out of here. I'm going to jump around the last few tracks.
Yo, there's Pat Stay. Pat Stay in the comments. Much love. Yo, Pat Stay, what up, man? He's super fantastic battle rapper. I just got, you know, I knew his name for years, but I just got put on to him recently, and he's a monster, like a monster battle rapper. The Hip Hop Collector. What's up, Hip Hop Collector? He has the biggest hip hop collection of magazines, memorabilia, tapes in all of Europe. All right, keep going. I'm sorry. I'm just
That's all good. Life of the Party. You got the legendary Prince Paul on there. How'd that come about?
Well, me and Prince Paul were working on a project together years ago that was a secret that he didn't want me to tell nobody, but it was supposed to be some crazy group shit. And it was Prince Paul, R.A. the Rugged Man, and Bumpy Knuckles, Freddie Fox. So we was working on songs and this and that. And I don't know. It just didn't happen. But we I think we were 5 songs in playing with shit. So I don't know. But we were working on stuff together, and Paul's always been supportive and dope, and he's a fan, and I'm obviously a fan. I'm a huge Paul fan. And that particular song, like I said, some songs I like to bring it into the future, and other songs, he was playing me songs in his basement, unreleased stuff, like Slick Rick songs that never came out, and Chub Rock songs that never came out, because he knows I'm a nerd. I was spazzing out in his basement. And then a beat came on, and I was like, yo, that shit is classic. What the fuck did this come out? He's like, it ain't never came out. I'm like, yo, I know the shit is like almost 20-something, 28 years old. You made that shit in 92 or whatever. Let me use it. He's like, word? He's like, I got these new beats. I'm like, yo, I got new beats on the album. I need a classic, vintage. This is what the fuck hip hop is. So, you know, that was an old beat that he had from his era of doing all his best music. And he said, sure, you could use it. Hey, come here, son. Come here. Come here, son. What are you doing? This is my little man, John.
Salute, little man. How you doing?
Look at this shirt.
Look at his shirt. He's on the album. We're about to get to his skit right now. He's the John skit. I said,
yeah,
I promise.
John.
Yeah,
tell me the concept behind that. You got your son on there.
Well, what happened is I wrote that song about Ella, you know, my daughter. And, you know, I didn't write one about him yet. So I had to say, hey, look, son, I promise you, I'm gonna write you a song on the next album. I promise. I'm gonna write the John John song. You want a John John song?
Yes.
Okay, I got you.
And Ella song.
And an Ella song? No, we got an Ella song already.
We got John John song.
The John John song's next album. We're gonna do one, I promise.
I will help you.
He's like, I don't have it. He's upset he don't got his own song. You will, I promise. I promise you, my brother.
You also got Sean P's daughter on here. How did that come about?
Well, you know, Bernadette, you know, Bernadette is, you know, the queen. And she's, you know, we was close with the family. We was close with Sean, you know, and we loved him. So, you know, obviously we couldn't get Sean on the album. And we wanted to do some kind of scratch or some kind of homage to P. So all right, go see your sister now, okay? I love you. Go see why she's laughing. Go ahead. Yeah, so I figure I'll have somebody scratch. No, go upstairs, guys. Come on, please. I'm doing an interview. Please, baby, please. Little girl, come on. Ella, I love you. Hey, hold up 1 second.
Yep.
You guys got to go upstairs now, though. Let me finish the interview, all right? I love you, baby. Come here. I love you. Let me finish the interview. John John's like, where's my song? You got an Ella song? Where's my song? Yeah. All right. Yeah. No, what was song? Oh, Sean P.
Right.
Yeah. So I figured, you know, we got to do a scratch homage to him. Maybe we do a verse to him or something. You know, like what do you do to show how much the world loves Sean Price? And then I said, I hit up Bernadette. I said, hey, I seen a video of her rapping or something. It was something at a party. There was some clip of her. I said, yo, you know, maybe can we bring Sean P, little Sean, you know, the girl, and maybe she come to the studio and she spit something about her pops. So she came to the studio with her little unicorn headphones and yeah, it was. The whole album gets me emotional, man. I'm a fucking weird guy. Like,
it's all good.
That was a beautiful moment, man. So rest in peace to our brother P, and much love to little Sean, and all the love in the world for Bernadette, man. She's awesome. I mean, everybody that know Bernadette loves her too. Everybody loves B, you know. So, and you know, it's funny. I tell B the story. It's like the only, you know, Sean's a hard dude. He'll punch you in your face. He's a funny guy too, comedian. You know, everybody knows Sean Price is a comedian, right? So, you know, I'm in I forgot what country, maybe Finland, and I get a knock at the door. I said, housekeeping, boom, 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 housekeeping. I'm like, yo, who the fuck? Like, I'm thinking it's like an idiot fan, or who the fuck is like bothering? I'm like, fuck, housekeeping. I'm like, I'm gonna smack. So I open the door and it's Sean Price. Like, yo, what's up? I was like, yo, you stupid, Sean. So Sean comes in, and my little sister was on tour with me. We had just lost my father, so I brought her on a world tour with me. I said, come on tour, you know. So she had a good time. But so Sean's like, let's all have breakfast or lunch or whatever. So me and Sean and my sister went out for breakfast and lunch in Finland or Norway or whatever the fuck we was, and Sean was beaten up, man, because like him and Bernadette was going through some fighting. And he was like, yo, man, it's my fault. Like I never see, it was like the softer side of Sean. He was hurt, man. But, you know, they fixed it. You know, every couple goes through that. But I remember that. I tell B all the time, I'm like, yo, he was, you know, when he didn't, at one time when he thought he was going to lose you, he was crushed. The energy of Sean was different, you know. But, I mean, they fixed it, you know, fixed it and got right. You know, we all go through that shit with our partners, you know, so, yeah.
Dope. Well, we're about to get out here. Got about 7 minutes left.
I just lost my dad too, fam. Sorry for your loss. No, I didn't just lose my father to this guy. Rest in peace to your pops, though. Real kill confirmed. Rest in peace to your pops. I'm telling a story about when I was with Sean years ago. That's what I was talking about. Yeah.
Your album just came out a couple of days ago. Tell your fans where they can get it at.
I don't know. I think everywhere, right? It's the internet days. You could go to aritheruggedman.net and order like all this fancy shit, like blood splattered vinyls and cassette tapes and all the fancy stuff. And and you know, the liner notes and like of the old days. You could order all of that shit. But then I think there's a link where you could buy it on iTunes and Spotify's and stream and, you know, all the regular shit. Go to my Twitter. Yeah, it's on Spotify. Go, you know, I got a link. If you go to my Twitter, there's like a Nature Sounds dot all my heroes are dead, but it's like A-M-A, like the letters of the damn thing. You could go to that and hear it. But it's an album. Like, I have a lot of really I got fans who are like really into my old work, you know, like psychotically into my old stuff. So a lot of times when I put out new stuff, they complain like, "Oh, the old stuff, the old stuff." So no matter how good it is, they're gonna complain. "Oh, it should be like the old stuff." This one, though, it came out and everybody, "Oh, worth the wait. It's a masterpiece, masterpiece. It's blew my mind, way better than I could have imagined." And people who even hate me are loving the shit. It's like, it's really getting a response. Like, the world is loving the record right now. So I'm blessed. I feel great about it because I worked so hard on it and put my heart into it. And I gave the best I could to it. So it's great that the response is spectacular, you know?
With all this virus scare and stuff going on, what's next for R.A. the Rugged Man? I know touring will be on a halt for a minute. So how are you going to stay productive and getting your music and message out there?
Well, see, somebody said it's a masterpiece. Thank you. You know, it's incredible. Yeah. Well, that's the problem is I wanted to make this brilliant album in my mind. I make this brilliant album. Fans are gonna love it, and it's gonna be great. And I'm gonna, you know, so that's what I had in mind. And the fans did end up loving it. But you know, the thing is, like, my plan was to make this album that everyone loves, so I could go tour off the shit and make, you know, do 200 shows and put the money away for my kids and set myself up for life or for the concerts. You know, I had my European tours canceled, the USA tour. Everybody's going through this, so I'm not crying. The whole world's going through this. Everybody's getting fucked up. So, you know, I dropped the album at a time where you can't make no money off of it, really. So we'll see what the fuck happens, you know. Hoping touring happens. In kindergarten, and it's hard to be productive because the babies don't go to kindergarten no more, or you know. So, my label just came in. It's available at ratheruggedman.net. It's available at ratheruggedman.net. Yeah, so being productive is tough right now. I haven't been able to write a rhyme because the kids are here all day, every day, and I haven't been able to. The most things I've been able to do is do live streams real quick. I'm like, take the kids and let me live stream a little bit, you know. But like, you know, you're in the middle of trying to get a rhyme done, and they'll jump on your fucking head, you know. It's tough, you know.
Well, appreciate your time. Stay safe out there. Before we get out of here, Nature Sounds tells me you're quite the historian and collector. Can you leave us with something in your collection that's very dear to your heart?
Hip hop wise?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? As far as films, I collect more films than anything. But I used to have vinyls and collect all hip hop. I used to open a drawer after drawer of cassette tapes and then closets of vinyl. But you know what? I'm actually drawing a blank, especially after being at the Hip Hop Collector's house. He had every object in the history of hip hop. But yeah, I can't think of anything specific that I'm really proud of owning. I got some original cassette tapes from that era. Like, I actually bought this cassette when it was new, you know, and it's all brown now and old. So I guess a couple old school cassette tapes that I still have, you know. Look, Hip Hop Collector's laughing. He's like, you ain't got no answer because you went to my house. I should have lied and just named at your house, Hip Hop Collector. I'm sorry.
We got about 1 minute. Can you tell everybody where they can find you on social media?
I think the same shit. R.A. the Rugged Man Official is on Twitter. No. That's on Instagram, which you could see now. And then that's Facebook is R.A. the Rugged Man Official. And then Twitter, I think, is just R.A. the Rugged Man. Somebody said Break Into Electric Boogaloo. That was directed by Sam Furstenberg. I went to his house. I'm such a fanatic psychopath. Sam Furstenberg directed Break Into and American Ninja and Revenge of the Ninja and Ninja 3 and Avenging Force. So I found him, and I went to his house. I stalked him. He's like, this here is my poster of American Ninja. This here? And he pulled out like ninja stars and swords from the movies and shit. Yeah. All right, man.
Thank you so much for your time. The album is out now on all platforms. The video drops midnight tonight.
Oh, yeah, midnight tonight. The introduction's going to drop. Also, shout out to Steven, who was in the comments. That's a kid I grew up with, Steve. And him and his family have been helping me out a lot. When I'm in New York trying to work on the album, they take my kids for walks in the park. They let us sleep at their house in the Bronx because, like, I'll be in